Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling the concept of the post-breakup glow-up.
Okay.
We found this really interesting excerpt titled "The Post-Breakup Glow-Up: How to Rebuild Your Life After Heartbreak," and it really resonated with us. And we wanted to dive in with you guys and
Yeah.
see if we can unpack some of the things that resonated.
Yeah, this is really about thriving after a breakup, not just surviving,
Right.
you know.
Exactly. And that's really what stood out to me. I mean, the idea of a glow up, we often associate that with maybe just like a physical transformation, but this goes so much deeper, right?
Well, yeah, and I mean that's like saying that a caterpillar's transformation is just about looks.
Yeah.
I mean, the caterpillar goes through this huge change and it becomes this beautiful butterfly. But it's not just the outside, it's the inside as well.
Right.
I mean, it completely transforms itself.
Wow. Yeah. That's a powerful analogy,
Yeah.
And it makes me think about like what aspects of our lives can we transform after a breakup? I mean, is it our habits, our outlooks,
Oh,
our
absolutely.
careers?
Our relationships with friends and family and,
Yeah.
and ourselves, most importantly,
Right.
I mean, who are we after this relationship ends,
Yeah.
That's a question we all have to ask ourselves. And
And it's a process, right? I mean, you're not going to figure that out overnight.
no, not at all. It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's like you were saying that, the caterpillar doesn't just become a butterfly. It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time to grieve the loss of the relationship. It takes time to figure out, who you are and what you want and where you're going.
And there's no right or wrong way to do it, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's journey is different. And, this excerpt even mentions an example of someone who felt completely lost after their breakup. They had no idea who they were, what they wanted to do with their life.
Yeah.
They were just kind of floundering. And then they stumbled upon this art class,
Uh-huh.
and it just sparked something in them.
Wow.
They realized that they had this passion for art that they had never really explored before, and they ended up quitting their job and becoming a full-time artist, and they're now incredibly successful.
That's so inspiring.
It is right.
It's like you never know what's going to come out of something that initially feels like a setback.
Exactly.
And the excerpt really stresses the importance of self-care during this time.
Yes.
Like really taking care of yourself, physically, emotionally, mentally. And it gives some great examples like, maybe taking up a new hobby or reconnecting with old friends
Yeah.
or just spending time in nature, journaling, those kinds of things.
I think it's so important to nurture yourself during this time.
Yeah.
Give yourself permission to feel your feelings, to be gentle with yourself, and to really focus on rediscovering who you are.
Yeah. What really stood out to you from the suggested practices? I mean, was there anything that really resonated with you?
I think that the piece about rediscovering yourself is so crucial. I mean, we can get so caught up in relationships that we lose sight of our own values and what's truly important to us. And a breakup can be this really powerful opportunity to kind of hit the reset button and really ask ourselves those tough questions like, what do I stand for? What brings me joy? What are my non-negotiables? And start to rebuild our lives around those things.
That's so powerful. And sometimes that means setting boundaries too, right?
Absolutely.
Especially if you're still entangled with your ex in some way. Maybe you share friends or work together or something like that. The excerpt talks about how important it is to create that space for yourself to heal and to grow.
It can be really tough,
Yeah.
but it's so worth it,
Yeah.
because ultimately it's about protecting your energy and focusing on your own well-being.
It's not selfish. It's
Not at all.
self-preservation.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's, this whole deep dive has really shown us that the period after breakup can be so much more than just healing. It can be a time of incredible transformation,
It really can.
a chance to step into the most authentic version of yourself.
I love that.
So as we wrap up here, what's one final thought-provoking question that we can leave our listeners with?
Well, I think a good question to ask yourself as you move forward on this journey is, what one small step can you take today to start your own post-breakup glow-up?
I love it.
It could be anything, from dusting off that old guitar to finally signing up for that pottery class to reaching out to an old friend, whatever it is. Just take that first step and trust that you are on your way to becoming the incredible butterfly you're meant to be.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the post-breakup glow-up. We hope you found it helpful and inspiring.
Yeah.
And remember, you are not alone in this journey.
We're all in this together.
Exactly. And we'll see you next time for another deep dive. Bye.